What's a good horror movie without a heroine to root for? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 horror movie heroines.
Come on, get up.
For this list, we'll be looking at the women in horror films that fight on the side of good.
How far is the old highway?
You want to go out there, don't you? Busted on Arbogast and the old lady, maybe shake her up?
Yes.
They don't need to survive the film in question, though. With that in mind, a spoiler alert is probably called for.
The body will turn up. They usually do.
Number 10, Sarah Carter, The Descent.
Come on.
This film unfortunately flew under the radar, but should be necessary viewing for any true horror fan. Sarah's story first breaks your heart, and then has it beating a mile a minute.
I'm sorry. She's gone. I'm sorry.
Recently suffering the tragic loss of her daughter and husband in a horrible car accident she survived, Sarah goes spelunking to forget her troubles, as you do.
I'm feeling a bit out of it. It's probably jet lag or something, so I'm just going to take a look around, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Sadly, this woman just can't catch a break.
Dead animals. Hundreds of them.
Met with horribly deadly life forms that eat the unlucky ones who come across them, Sarah scrambles to survive as well as save her compatriots.
What are you doing? I just saw something ahead in the tunnel.
Number 9, Lila Crane, Psycho.
I don't like you going to that house alone.
I can handle a sick old woman.
When Marion Crane steals $40,000 from the bank she works at, her attempt to get out of Dodge amounts to her untimely demise.
She stole some money.
A lot.
$40,000.
Determined to find out what happened to her sister, Lila is led to the Bates Motel.
Let's find him. One of us can keep him occupied while the other gets to the old woman.
She not only manages to discover Marion's fate and have her sister's killer arrested, she also keeps us invested when the film's supposed star dies early on. As shocking as that shower scene was, Lila's discovery of Mrs. Bates' body chills us to the core just as much. Number 8, Julie James, the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble.
During the late 90s horror resurgence, there were a lot of films that lacked the kind of detailed storytelling that makes the genre great. However, the I Know What You Did Last Summer films were no pretenders, as they crafted a killer with an imposing look, and at least one character whose survival fans actually cared about.
You did a lot of things last summer.
Yeah, well, only one murder comes to mind.
Part of a group of teens that runs over a man and dumps his body to avoid criminal charges,
Oh my god, this isn't happening.
Julie is scared by the note the movie is named for, as well as the demise of her friends.
I killed a man. But it was an accident. A terrible accident, and I've tried to get past it, but I can't.
Even in the face of death, however, she stays strong and resilient.
Just f***ing die!
Number 7, Rachel Keller, The Ring franchise. A horror film this scary needs a hero you can empathize with, and Rachel is just that.
That's it.
A mother who already dotes on her son, this single parent encounters troubles in the form of death, psychosis, and a VHS tape.
She told you about a videotape, didn't she?
Having unwittingly watched the cursed MacGuffin, Rachel must work to solve the mystery of the haunted tape before her 7 days are up.
7 days.
As the days tick by, not only must Rachel work fast to save her own life, but soon that of her son as well, pushing her to the limits of her resourcefulness and sanity.
What do you want from me?
Thankfully, Naomi Watts plays this multifaceted and increasingly desperate character with the complexity required to pull it off. And that was just the first time around.
Don't worry, sweetie. You're gonna be okay.
Number 6, Mia Allen, Evil Dead.
I will feast on your soul.
Based on this motherfucker.
When Evil Dead was remade/rebooted for a new generation, it was very clear that recasting Ash was a thankless job.
Hail to the king, baby.
So the filmmakers crafted Mia, a new character to serve as the protagonist, an addict who chooses what should be a peaceful cabin retreat to go cold turkey.
Mom would have hated seeing the cabin like this.
Mia has much worse things to contend with than mere withdrawal.
Baby, little baby, it's time to say goodbye. Baby, little baby.
Mia, please. I don't think you need sad memories in your head right now.
When a demon begins possessing her and her friends with tongue-splitting, blood-curdling results, she summons her inner strength and becomes the only character to survive the film. Thus, she confronts her inner demons and actual demons all at once.
You shouldn't have touched anything from that basement.
Number 5. Dana Polk, The Cabin in the Woods.
Let's get this party started.
What is it with horror movies and virginity?
The virgin. Me. Virgin? We work with what we have.
The Cabin in the Woods may not be the only horror film to poke fun at the genre's tropes, but it does it with style, as our designated virgin serves as the principal heroine. As one member of a group of college students who are tapped to die to ensure the world's continued existence, Dana is unwilling to play along, and all hell breaks loose.
I think I can get it to go down. Do we want to go down?
Though some may argue that sacrificing yourself is the heroic route, we think that rebelling against a system of torture and death earned her place here.
I'm so sorry I almost shot you. I probably wouldn't have.
Number 4. Laurie Strode, The Halloween Franchise.
I'll kill you if this is a joke.
In the history of cinema, there have only been a handful of true scream queens.
I'm scared.
There's nothing to be scared of.
Are you sure?
With her turn in this series of films, Jamie Lee Curtis ensured her inclusion on that list. In fact, she's practically a founding member.
What do we do? What do we do?
Try to live.
The biological sister of the murderous madman Michael Myers, Laurie Strode is a paragon of virtue, standing in defiance of a force of death and destruction.
Michael, stop!
We can only assume that a fragment of what makes her brother such a lethal adversary lives inside of her, allowing Laurie to survive several run-ins with such a savage determination.
You failed, Michael. You want to know why? Because I'm not afraid of you.
Number 3. Nancy Thompson, the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
When Wes Craven created Freddy Krueger, one of film's scariest serial killers was born.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
And every scary serial killer needs a brave heroine to terrorize. Despite her young age, Nancy uses her intelligence and bravery to seemingly defeat Freddy at his own game, which unfortunately is not always standard for the genre.
I'm okay. You go downstairs.
An important enough figure in the series' lore that Heather Langenkamp was even tapped to play herself in a meta-sequel of sorts, Nancy set the standard for anyone hoping to defy Freddy's will.
This is still a script we're talking about, right, Wes?
She's the horror heroine of our dreams.
Man of my dreams. He's real, isn't he? He's real.
Number 2. Sidney Prescott, The Scream franchise.
He's sick for You've seen one too many movies.
Nah, Sid! Don't you blame the movies!
Another character created by Wes Craven, Sidney again and again finds herself in the crosshairs of the Ghostface killer, but keeps her wits about her, discovers their identity, and survives.
What do you want?
I want you. It's showtime.
This is made all the more impressive given the genre-obsessed nature of her assailants, who aren't likely to fall for the typical scary movie traps that beat so many villains.
The killer called her.
What? When?
What'd he say? Oh, you know, the usual small talk. What's new? How you been? How you gonna die?
Consistently tormented by people she's close to, Sidney outmaneuvers them all while remaining a kind-hearted person, which may be her most courageous act.
Well, now I'm the special one.
You'll slip. They always do.
Before we reveal our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Crispin's a tough guy.
No, he's not, but thanks.
Thanks for the help, by the way.
In the lake, the one who attacked me, the one who pulled me underneath the water.
Ma'am, we didn't find any boy.
Pain, be gone. I will have no more of thee.
Cherry. Cherry, darling.
Sounds like a stripper.
No, it sounds like a go-go dancer. There's a difference.
Number 1. Ellen Ripley, The Alien Franchise. For any of you that think the Alien franchise doesn't count as a horror series, we defy you to watch these films and not be terrified beyond belief.
No! No!
Beginning as a warrant officer, Ellen Ripley becomes a total badass in her own right through her encounters with the eponymous creature.
Why should we put our ass on the line for you?
Your ass is already on the line. The only question is, what are you gonna do about it?
Whether it's the heart-stopping tension of the first film, the high-octane action of the second film, or the insanity of the third and fourth, Ripley is at the heart of it all.
What happens now?
I don't know. I'm a stranger here myself.
Dispatching xenomorphs left and right, she stands toe-to-toe with an alien queen and comes out on top. If that doesn't ensure her place atop this list, nothing will.
I thought you were dead.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite horror movie heroine?
Is something wrong with me?
Look, somebody broke the window. That really happened.
I saw a girl in the kitchen.
For more heroic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.